every year, college applications create high anxiety for high school seniors and their parents. Joining me today is Dr. Ron Moss, one of the leading college admissions professionals, for some tips to reduce stress and improve chances for college admission success. Dr. Moss, thank you for being with us here today.
My pleasure, thank you.
Now, as the former Dean of Admissions for SMU and Rice, what would you say is the biggest mistake that most students make in the college admissions process?
Playing to the game of college admissions. In other words, second guessing what a student thinks a perfect application is. My advice would be to play to your strengths. We've all been blessed in a variety of ways. Develop those, build those, celebrate those, and present those in your application so that a college or university sees what kind of specific contributions, impact you will be able to make within and beyond the classroom. So play to the strengths with which you've been given.
And what would you say are some other common errors that students make in the college admissions process?
Procrastination. We don't do our best work when we put it off to the last minute. We think we do when we pull off the A, but it's hard to pull off an A on a college application when you put it off to the last minute. And plagiarism, unfortunately. It's become so easy to plagiarize, but it's equally easy for us to determine if something has been plagiarized. And so the degree to which a student presents themselves honestly and fairly and accurately enables a college or university to answer the question honestly. Who and what are we getting? What kind of citizen might he or she be on our campus? And I think the final thing that we often see is a student isn't realistic, or his or her parents aren't realistic about the competitive nature of the college admission process and maybe the student's ability to be academically competitive in that process. So being realistic is important as well when choosing colleges and universities.
Well, since it is competitive, what would you say is the most creative thing that you've seen a student do in their college admissions efforts?
Well, it's all about trying to get noticed, and we understand that. I think we all go through our lives that way. We've seen many videos which are enjoyable to see, but they don't typically impact the final decision. We've seen quite a bit of original poetry that's about our ability to make good decisions in the admission committee. We've received brownies and cookies and cakes by the hundreds, just to be sure we're well nourished. But specifically, I think the most memorable one for me was a singing telegram on my birthday from an applicant who we happened to be considering on that particular day in the admission committee. So we appreciate the creativity and like to see it, but ultimately it doesn't have a significant impact on the final decision.
Oh, those are great stories. Well, thank you, Dr. Moss, for the great advice. And for more helpful tips from Dr. Moss, visit us at blog.karendillard.com and join our social media community.